Good morning, it's Saturday. I hope you're well today. Listen, I've got a question for the church. Some of you, no doubt, will hang me. Others will no doubt burn me. Many will no doubt continue to disassociate themselves from me. But here's the question. You see, all around the UK, the church is cloning itself in social action. We've simply become a caricature of self-help schemes. And the question I've got is this: is church social action merely humanism dressed up as a gospel? I kind of think it is. Look, when I speak to churches about outreach, about local mission, their one response to me is this: look, Robert, we do Christians Against Poverty. We're providing financial help for people. And God help us, don't we need it? Don't the people in our society need that help? Of course they do. We're involved in redeeming our communities. We're praying for the police. We help immigrants, migrants, legally stay in the country. We feed them, we clothe them, we give them sanctuary, we sign their papers, we go to court on their behalf. We do all these things for the aliens amongst us. We are also involved in the food bank push. So much poverty in this country that people can't afford to feed themselves. Get this now, a first world country, well financed by the taxes of its citizens, cannot feed its people. It's disgusting. But we as the church, we organise food banks. We deploy street pastors to make sure that those folks that are pissed out their mind when they leave licensed premises get home safely and don't kill themselves en route. Neither do they call a problem to the society, because we are the footfall of the diminished police ranks on the street there. So not only do we do this, Robert, but we're also involved in Mums and Tots. We've got a great Mums and Tots groups. You know, we get fathers in as well. Oh yeah. And not only that, we've got a paying nursery scheme to help us do all these things. Now my response to the answers to this question about what is the church doing about local outreach and local mission, and I hear this, is that, well, we're obviously helping the dregs of society. And my goodness me, Charlie Brown, the amount of dregs in society is increasing daily. But one of the problems that I've got personally with all of this free help, and that's what it is, it's free volunteer help. Oh yeah, for sure, some of these organisations, if they're set up as charities, will get government grants to aid them, will get grants from other Christian organisations that want to prosper humanistic social action dressed up as a gospel. So one of the problems that I've got with this is, and it's a personal problem, is where are my blooming taxes going? I'm paying taxes nationally, I'm paying taxes locally for these issues to be addressed. Why should I pay a dog to bark and then howl at the moon myself? It's insane. Local churches are engaging in this social action, they will say, to incarnate the gospel in love and good works, to earn the right to preach the gospel. Hogwash. We need to question these terms, especially incarnating the gospel. Why do we so easily genuflect before this convoluted religious rubbish? Christ is the only incarnation of the gospel. And as the incarnate Son of God, he was crucified to die for the sins and to pay for the sins of the world. He died to pay for men's sins. And we have got a command from him to preach the gospel. Christ is the only real incarnation of the gospel, and his command is to go and preach it. Not to earn the right to gain a hearing. We've been given a command to go and tell. I wonder if the two main reasons we're engaging in such social action is, number one, to make the people like us, to present ourselves to them as no threat whatsoever, so that we might live out our little lives in peace. Secondly, we're being led by women whose tendency is mostly care. Thank God for that. And note, you can still be male and act like a woman. Now, the answer to this first thing is that we're doing this social action to actually make sure that people like us, is that Jesus said that the world would hate us. Why? because of our message of sin, of righteousness and judgment to come, which is enshrined in the need for people to repent and to believe. And we should not court the liking of the lost. Why? Because it's death to the gospel. Death to the gospel. My answer to the second is that men, real men, masculine men, will not be led by mothers or by sisters. Look now, men follow men. And I tell you, Charlie Brown, our churches are almost empty of these kinds of men. So, let the deacons be what they should be, that is, the carers of the saints of the church. Let the elders be what they should be, men dedicated to the ministry of the word and prayer. Send out the evangelists, for goodness sake. Let loose the true apostolic from their humanistic moorings, and from now on let our cry be, saints first, church first. Maybe we should let the world take care of itself. Just some thoughts for you. You're going to burn me, make it